Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Potato Salad 007, and I'm here to teach you the best and most efficient way to learn map knowledge in Rainbow Six Siege. Before we start, I want to say 3 disclaimers. First, this is my own original idea of how to do it. I have not watched any other videos on how to learn map knowledge and have not copied off anyone else. But it's very possible that someone else does this the exact same way and has made a video on it. So in advance, I had no intent to copy off of anyone else if they've already made a video about it, but I just wanted to share how I do it personally. Second, the callouts I use will be the true game callouts, which may differ from the pro callouts or your personal squad's callouts. I also change things around a little bit because sometimes things have the exact same name. For example, Hereford Base has 3 different things called main hallway, and they're on different floors. You're supposed to call it the floor name. I usually say the hallway closest to whatever it is, unless there's already something called that. So, for example, on Border, there's a hallway called main hallway, and it's right next to the office, but right next to the office is office hallway. So I don't call that office hallway, I just call it upstairs hallway. So if that makes any sense to you, I just vary the things a little bit, but mostly I keep to what the game says. Third, there are 2 extremely important phases to this. The first part and the second part each are not enough alone to engrave the info in your head. They work really well in conjunction. Alright, so to start, you're going to want to load into a Lone Wolf Terrorist Hunt. Beforehand, set your matchmaking preferences to only have the ranked maps in the map pool. So by chance here I got Outback, so we'll start with Outback. There will be 2 phases, your drone phase and your attack phase. If you're starting from scratch, your drone phase will be going around and learning the names of all the rooms. If you already know the names of the rooms, I always still do the drone phase because it's very important and it also tests you before you get into the attack phase. So starting at the drone phase, we'll start outside, but I usually won't learn the names of the outside spots unless they're really important, which you'll see later, but if you'd like to learn the outside spots of the maps, more power to you. So when starting from scratch, I would go floor by floor and learn them horizontally. And the attack phase will be when you learn the maps vertically to get a complete well-rounded image of them in your head. Go to each room and look at the names of the rooms to learn them, and do each one in small sections. Learn them horizontally, but go about halfway up the stairs to learn the names of the stairs as well. So starting here, I move my way into the back entrance that you can see from the compass at the bottom. Then I move halfway up the steps so that I can see that it's called the back stairs. Then I'm in the reptile hallway, and then I move into Bushranger room. And then I go into this room and I see it's called the closet. And I'm back in the Bushranger room. The only time you'll be saying the names of the rooms is when you're learning. Once you have seen the rooms and say the names, you need to start saying the names of the rooms before you go in. So going here is the bathroom hallway. Then forward is the bathroom. Then we move into the nature room. And then we move into the reptile hallway again. So another important tip for the drone phase as you start to learn is to call out the names of the adjacent rooms. For example, when I'm in the reptile hallway, I know nature room is to my left and motel reception is to my right. I would attempt to say these in order to form a better picture for yourself. Now right now you might not know that, but once you learn the names of the rooms you'll be able to do that. So I'm still in reptile hallway, I go halfway up the steps here to learn that these are called piano stairs. So then I go in here, it's called kitchen hallway, and then I go into the next room, and I see that it's called kitchen. So now I'm in the kitchen hallway, I move forward, and I see that this is called restaurant. And I know that those are the restaurant stairs, even though I didn't go high enough, but they're called restaurant stairs, just trust me. So we're in restaurant lobby now. I know that that's still kitchen in front of me. I'm in restaurant again, moving forward. Now I'm moving to the gear store. And then I move into the compressor room, back to the gear store. And then I move into the convenience store. Then I'm in the beer fridge. Then I move into the waiting room. And I see that this is called garage. So at this point I've pretty much hit all of the entirety of the first floor. And Outback only has 2 floors, so I'm about halfway done. So something to do after learning the room names is to go back around the floor and try to remember them. I would suggest learning them in groups and then restarting from where you started. For the purpose of this video, I already know the names of the rooms, so I'll have 100% accuracy going through the second time. But unless you have a great memory from where you just droned and saw the names, you probably won't remember the names of exactly each room. My strategy is to restart from the beginning if I get the name of the room wrong. So for example, if I went in back entrance and then I go into nature room and I accidentally call it Bushranger, I'll restart from back entrance and go back to the rooms. It can be really annoying, but it teaches you the names of the rooms and it also cuts down on time in the end because you will know the names of the rooms and you won't have to do the exercise quite as much. Alright, so let's go back the second time. This time we'll say the callouts before we get into each room, then we'll look at the bottom to check if we're right. This time we'll be starting from the restaurant lobby. So I'm in restaurant lobby. I know in front of me is restaurant. Then the restaurant stairs are to my right. Then I move into kitchen hallway. To my left is the kitchen. Then I move forward, reptile hallway, right is piano stairs. Reptile hallway, right is nature room, left is motel reception. So going forward, right is bush ranger room, my other right is back entrance, then the back stairs right there. So to my left is bush ranger room, and then we have the closet right there, and then a bathroom hallway, and then the bathroom, and then the nature room right in front. Across from me is the motel reception. So I go into motel reception now, and in front of me is garage. To my left is compressor room. In front of me is gear store. From gear store, I go into the restaurant. Go into gear store, I go into convenience store. To my right is the beer fridge. To my right is the waiting room. And then from waiting room, we go right to the garage. So that's the entirety of the first floor now. So now that I've went in one time and then saw the names of the rooms, and the second time I've got them perfectly, I can move on to the second floor. So these are the garage stairs, then garage lounge. Some people will call it catwalk. So you go into here and you got the office, and then the party room. To the left is office supplies, and then the electrical room is right in front of it. Then is the mezzanine. The mezzanine continues on the right, and restaurant stairs lead up to the mezzanine. So one important outside spot right here is the terrace. Some people will rotate between piano room and the terrace. Piano room is the other side, which leads to the mezzanine. Right here I go into piano room, and then you have terrace and mezzanine. I would learn that call out because defenders will often rotate there to get to you in mechanical bowl if you're in there. We're back in party room now. Back in the office. So learning the right room, now we're at mechanical bowl. Then games room is on my left. In front of me will be the motel hallway, and to my left will be the dorm bathroom. Laundry room is to my right. In front of me is motel hallway, back stairs, left is the dorms, and then in front of me is the dorm bathroom. So you'll see that it's called showers. So something important to learn here is that there's usually more than one bathroom on each map, and they'll usually call them something like showers, toilets, or bathrooms to distinguish them. What I'll usually do is call them all bathrooms, but I'll just say the name of where it's closed. So for example, here on Outback, those are called the showers, I believe. But if I go in there, I usually will call it the dorms bathrooms because they're connected to the dorms. So now that I've got the upstairs and downstairs, I'm gonna go through one more time on my drone, call out the name of every room before I get into that room, and then I'm going to move into the attack phase, which I'll explain afterwards. So we're gonna be starting at the back entrance. We go in the back entrance, the back stairs to my right. In front of me is reptile hallway. To my left is going to be bush ranger room. I move into reptile hallway, left is bush ranger room. Then there's a closet right in front of me, bathroom hallway. Then I move into the bathroom, then I move into the nature room. In front of me is motel reception and reptile hallway. Piano room is upstairs and piano stairs are to my left. Kitchen hallway, then I move into the kitchen. Moving through the kitchen, I move into the restaurant now. Restaurant lobby is in front of me and restaurant stairs are to my left. Now I continue to move forward. Now I move into the gear store. Compressor room is in front of me. To my left is the garage. And then I go into motel reception. In front of me will be the reptile hallway. So garage, compressor room, gear store, and to my right is the convenience store. To my right is the beer fridge. Now we move back into the convenience store, and then we move to the waiting room. And then from the waiting room, the garage to my right. Now we move to garage. Now I'm going up garage steps. So going up garage steps, now I'm at the garage lounge, which can also be called catwalk. If you're at a map with a garage and it has something like this, people will typically call it the garage catwalk, like in Clubhouse, I believe. Alright, so now we move into the office, which is right in front of me. Office supplies to my right, electrical room is right ahead, and then into the mezzanine. Then to my left is party room, then we're back to the office. To my left is garage or lounge. To my right will be the mechanical bowl. So now that we're in mechanical bowl, mezzanine is to my right, my left is game room. And then forward is motel hallway, left is dorms bathroom, right is piano room, and piano stairs. Then we have the terrace connecting piano room and the mezzanine. So moving back into the motel hallway, we'll be in the dorms bathroom, and then we're in the dorms. Back to the motel hallway, and then the laundry room. And then that's essentially it. So now that we're done with the drone phase, we move into the attack phase. This is extremely important. In this phase, you'll basically call out every room you're pushing, what rooms are clear, what rooms you're adjacent to, and wherever you see or kill a terrorist. It's important to do this because then you are learning to engrave this information in your brain in a game setting and also consciously thinking about your location while you're attacking and killing people. It'll teach your brain to multitask in terms of thinking about the fight as well as the call out. Obviously in game you're not going to be calling out all these things, but if you're constantly thinking about them in game, it'll make the calls quicker and more efficient because you won't have to think about where you last died from or where someone was last seen. You'll just already know in the back of your head where you are and where you're seeing someone. Alright, let's enter into the building. So I'm moving into back entrance, back stairs to my right. I'm pushing forward to reptile hallway, looking through reptile hallway, moving into bush ranger room. Bush ranger looks clear, closet looks clear, moving into bathroom hallway. I typically will only say what's clear for the bigger rooms. Alright, so bathroom, moving into bathroom, looking into nature room. So looking to nature room looks clear, looking into motel reception, enemy in motel reception, one dead in motel reception. I believe I hear someone in reptile hallway. Checking reptile hallway. Reptile hallway looks clear. Pushing back towards back entrance. Pushing into motel reception. Checking garage. Motel reception's clear. Checking garage. Moving into compressor room. Checking gear store. Checking the restaurant. I hear someone in the kitchen. Still pushing restaurant. Restaurant stairs look clear. One in kitchen, two in kitchen. One dead in kitchen, two more enemies in kitchen. Two dead in kitchen, at least one more in kitchen. One pushing out of kitchen, he's dead. And kitchen looks clear. Moving into the kitchen hallway. Moving to the piano room. Up piano steps, into the piano room. Dorms bathroom. One dead in Dorms bathroom, at least one more. At this point I try to go for a knife, not knowing that there's like 3 people in there. Killed, Dorms bathroom, another dead in Dorms bathroom, 4 total in Dorms bathroom. So now I check motel hallway again, pushing into the dorms room. Then I check motel hallway, check laundry room looks clear. Checking motel hallway, pushing into games room looks clear. Checking mechanical bowl and mezzanine. Possibly someone in mezzanine. Usually there's someone behind deployable shields, not always, but most of the time in terrorist hunts. Someone pushed from the back in games room. Checking motel hallway again, looks clear. Pushing back into mechanical bowl. In mechanical bowl, checking office. Checking mezzanine, 2 in mezzanine, 1 dead in mezzanine, another dead in mezzanine. Electrical room, pushing office supplies. Checking office. Hearing someone in party room. 1 dead in party room, 2 dead in party room. 3rd enemy, dead in party room. Pushing back into office. In garage or lounge / catwalk. Pushing down garage steps. Feel like I remember someone being in waiting room, so I'm gonna go check that. Breaching waiting room. Taking cover in garage. 1 dead in waiting room. 2 dead in waiting room. 3 dead in waiting room. Pushing into the convenience store. Oh, there's someone there. 1 dead in convenience room. 2 dead in convenience room. Looking for the last one. Checking beer fridge. Looks clear. Pushing forward. Into gear store. Vaulting into gear store. Shots fired from compressor room. Checking compressor room. And 1 dead in compressor room. And that's basically how I do it. I just look through each room, call out where I am. Gotta give him a nice tea bag at the end because he got knifed. What a noob. So basically, to review what you're gonna want to do, you're gonna want to drone in the map and learn the names of the rooms using your compass. This you can take slowly, and you can go in each room and look at the names of the rooms. Go through several times and look at the names and the rooms to learn the room names and the rooms adjacent to it. Go horizontally, go floor by floor. It's easier this way because then you don't miss anything, and then also at the same time you learn what rooms are next to each other. When you play attacking, that's when you can go vertical. As you saw, I was going from kitchen hallway up to the piano room, from the piano room stairs, instead of just going from each floor. Because then you learn how to get places from other places, but if you're just at the bottom floor, you can learn the names and what's near each other. It helps better that way. Second thing, test yourself, go back to the entrance, and then call out the name of the room you'll be entering into before you enter, and the adjacent rooms, and check to see if you're correct by looking at the compass. So this second part of the drone phase, you're going to take the drone back outside. I would usually recommend taking it through a different entrance so that you can learn multiple ways to get in the building, as well as you learn what's close to each other and you're not just learning one way to get through the house or the objective. You take your drone and then you go through each room and you call out the name of the room and the rooms adjacent to it before you get in those rooms. And then once you get in, you look at the compass real quick to see if you were correct. So that's what I did the second time when I was going to the back entrance. Before I moved in, I called that I was moving into back entrance. Before I moved into reptile hallway, I was calling that I was moving into reptile hallway. That's what you say. You say you're moving into each spot so that you know what's in front of you, you know what's to your left, and you know what's to your right. And then you move to the action phase once you have that all correct. If you don't have that correct, keep going through on your drones. It'll take a while at first, but then I spend maybe 5 minutes on each one. So it takes me like a 15-minute warm-up. So once you know all of this, it'll go by quicker and it'll help you in-game. So once you have managed this, you can move to the action phase. You will then attack, call out every room that you push in, breach in, clear, and see or kill an enemy in. I like to do this warm-up 3 times on 3 different maps. That takes me about 15 minutes, now that I know all the callouts. If you do this every time you play, you'll keep reinforcing the info in your head, and it'll also help you to learn the correct callouts. I know map knowledge isn't the flashiest thing in Rainbow Six Siege, kills are, but it's the easiest way to get better, as you'll inherently learn all the flanking routes and ways to trick enemies. As you can see in this clip right here, I was getting pushed by someone and I was going up the stairs in Yacht. Now I don't know the callouts for Yacht because it's not a ranked map, but I know how it's laid out. So I was going up the steps here and I was in that little room and somebody was pushing me from the steps. I knew that I could drop down and make a U-turn essentially and go around and get him from the other side. And it worked for me. I just went up the steps and he was peeking into that room and he thought I'd be there and I just came from behind him and he wasn't expecting it. That's something that you can do with map knowledge. That gets you the flashy things like kills. If you know map knowledge, you know this game. So alright guys, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.